Hi, everybody. It's the gang.
Yeah. Welcome to episode whatever this is of Sonic Boom, because we don't know. It's all being done out of order because
Reasons.
10 Days of Doom.
Remember who we're doing this for.
Doom!
Remember who we're doing this for.
Yeah.
Sonic Denton.
Oh, fuck him.
Sonic Denton was that?
Sonic Denton.
Sonic Denton?
Yes.
Sonic Denton.
Has he changed his name legally?
Yes, now.
He has now.
He has now.
Okay. He has now, and he has an owl, apparently, as well. Okay.
I have now.
You have an owl? What?
I used to.
Has Alan Denton stolen your owl?
Possibly. He's
Thief!
possible.
Thief! Criminal! Hunt him down! He was last seen hanging around a word processor with Greg Hahn.
Possibly. Possibly Greg Hahn exists. What if Greg Hahn
Possibly
doesn't
Greg
exist?
Hahn exists. What, are you saying that Greg Hahn is like an existential?
No, what if Greg Hahn is just Clippy?
Speaking of getting owls, I'm just gonna have a drink. BRB.
Alright, so we're here. Everything for us is like really crazy and back to front and loop to loop and round and round. So whilst this is, oh god, technically our second recording, it will end up being our first recording, which will end up being like the 5th episode of the day. Which I know, I know this sounds stupid, and it is, but we're going on availability combined with the fact that our first go at recording things kind of failed. So yeah, which sucks, because there was 2 hours of awesomeness that was really enjoyable, and you won't get to hear it. Or rather, you can hear it, but it'll just be Cat and Donnie just reacting to things with nothing in between. So it'll be without me, which I know is a great improvement on the show generally.
No, no, Kevin, don't do that to yourself. Don't, no.
But I could be replaced with Tanner and his trees.
No.
And then they'll be happy. Then they'll be a happy audience.
What did I come back to?
It'll be well.
Kevin's saying that the show will be better without him because he can be replaced by Tanner and trees.
Tanner and his mini trees.
Tanner and his tree minions.
Yes,
one of which is probably the tree spy.
This is a good point, actually. We haven't seen
Lyndall is somewhere in there.
We haven't seen Tanner pretty much since that episode with the tree spy. And he goes off and works with trees, and we've not seen him since.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Maybe Tanner is a member of the Lightning Belt Society.
Sacred poop.
Oh boy.
I wanted a different phrase, it didn't work.
The Tanner Bolt Society.
That sounds mildly threatening.
Hey,
we're not allowed to do that.
Well, all I'm saying is that we haven't seen that Tanner character since. Maybe he's like Grand High Lama or something of the...
I'm not sure that llamas are a position.
Yes, but they're well known to be powerful animals in the world of specific secret organizations.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Whatever.
Yeah, Grand High Lama, Archduke Pterodactyl, all those things.
Anti-llama, Archduke Pterodactyl, whatever. Check your recording again, just because I'm like, we don't want to lose you again.
So,
you can't let me rephrase. I don't want to lose you again.
right. So Donnie knows what episode we're doing. What episode is it, Donnie?
Donnie, which one?
Closed door policy.
Closed door policy. Okay, let's
Closed door
find everything we can find
policy?
that closed door policy.
Okay, I got it.
I got it too. I'm.
Has Kevin got
quite-
it?
I don't have it yet. I must be immune.
Oh.
Um.
Oh.
I'm
I'm sorry.
Organisation, right? IMDb, closed door policy, Sonic Boom. Why is it like 20 billion listings for this? Right. Apparently, the writer is Eric Trueheart.
Which is a pretty good surname.
Indeed. Has provided voices for a number of items. How is better known as a writer. Works include 12 episodes of Invader Zim, 1 episode of Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go.
Well then.
Locker 514, Yin Yang Yo.
I remember that.
That was the actual name of it. I didn't just randomly start.
I know, I said I remember that.
Bolts and Blip.
Not that.
Bolts and blip.
Bolts and Blip.
What the fuck?
Bolts and Blip. Bolts and Blip are 2 oddball best friends Civibots who live on the moon in a culture dominated by cool and athletic battle bots who then go and participate in robot wars in the UK, but under a different name because of licensing agreements. No. But they play in the coveted Lunar League of Robotic Sports. Oh, I wasn't so far away, actually. When Bolts and Blip suddenly get drafted onto the last place Thunderbolts team, the duo, along with their newfound friend, have to match wits with the likes of the Iron Maidens, the Treadheads, and the unstoppable Galaxy All-Stars. Not to be confused with the Galaxy Rangers or even Galaxy High. All while trying to fit in and make names for themselves in their new world. So yeah, that's that.
Sounds fun.
What episode of So Random? Packages from Planet X. Episode of that. Bolts and Blip, Battle of the Lunar League.
Shit, they move.
7 episode of the Pound Puppies reboot series.
Huh.
2 episodes of Shazal. A short called It's Not Fair. Oh dear.
What?
Just. Huh?
Kevin?
Okay.
Kevin?
Right.
Kevin?
I'm going to skip one of them.
You're
Turbo
not going to skip
Fast.
one, you're going to tell me.
So I'm going to in a second. 1 episode as the writer, 12 episodes as staff writer for Turbo Fast, which is the animated series that followed on from the CG movie Turbo with the snail that was a racing snail.
Yeah.
Writer for Heart Probs with Scott and Dr. Scott. Then
Need
Sonic
more
Boom.
spots.
And Eric Trueheart is responsible for Buster.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
so.
The only way is up. Frankly. Oh, it wasn't a bad episode. It was just the worst.
It wasn't bad, it just sucked.
All the enjoyment out of everyone. So yeah, there's that. So It's closed door policy. We do have a Lady Walrus, apparently. Also, a Bill Freiberg voicing random Froglodyte. Okay, that's a clever pun. So yeah, that's that one, and that's pretty much your lot. I mean, we've got everyone listed, so that's good.
These resumes get weirder and weirder with every week.
Cartoons! It turns out they're weird.
Turns out they're weird. I don't think we went through Eric's first, because that was like before we did the pre-shows and things like that, and actually went into the details so much. But hey, here's what it is, and all that jazz. Okay, so we've got that, and we have our one topic of discussion for the pre-show, which is of all the Sonic Boom related news. This particular topic is the announcement of another Sonic Boom game. Sonic
Which we
Boom
should have covered earlier, but we didn't get to.
Yeah, we're doing one of the. There were so many pieces of news in the gap that we're just basically doing one per pre-show, and just focusing on that. So today's one is about Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, which was announced for the Nintendo 3DS. Yes.
And like the first thing that the Sega Cat did was repost an edit that involved Guy Fieri and Ice Cube.
Yeah. In fairness, that's probably the best marketing they can probably do for it. Yeah.
Guy Fieri is pretty much their ticket to Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, their endorsement. He probably made it nice.
Actually have Guy Fieri in. We need to actually have Guy Fieri advertising.
It's probably
plot twist.
It's probably I would say it probably describes aptly the community's response to it, because there was a lot of people who were absolutely furious with just anger and utter fiery fury, and the other half of the fan base was pretty much really. And we're just like, you are dead to me now. Absolutely. So yeah, it's. Sorry, carry on.
No, you said only one piece of news, and while I think that one sounds slightly relevant, I'll also just not. We'll keep that for another one.
Yeah, so it's coming out on the 3DS. So we've got a sequel to the worst game out of the two.
Huh?
It's we get another 3DS game as opposed to the Wii U game. The Wii U game was superior to the 3DS game. Was
it? I thought it was the other way round.
It's very difficult to tell, because I mean, when the highlight of your game is the end cutscene with Amy Rose Dance Party.
I don't even.
Yeah.
That's the big rewards.
It probably goes down as one of the worst rewards for 100% ever.
I don't even.
I can think of some worse rewards.
A postcard.
But then none of them are from video games from now. So of course they'd be worse.
Like, I don't understand what the mindset was, that your big reward for unlocking everything, obtaining everything, is a rave party.
Extra animation.
It's, of all things, a rave party.
I just think, considering all the jokes everyone made about Whisper Rave in Sonic Colors, I think we might have, maybe the community accidentally created this.
What was Whisper Rave?
with the drill sounds.
Oh, right.
Get your glow sticks out.
Drill!
Get your glow sticks out for the Wisp Brave.
Wisp party!
Wisp.
And then you get to see the dancing wisp in Generations.
Yeah,
And
but the
then
dancing
you
wisp
can tell,
is alright.
then you can tell the gag had flowered.
It needs buffs, shirtless Eggman. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice watch, nerds.
So
That needs a vest.
right. What's interesting actually is that listed on the Wikipedia page anyway is slated for 2015 is Sonic Boom Fire and Ice on its own, which you'd think okay, it's on its own then, that's fine. So
Yeah.
like the studio's devoting the entirety of its time to creating this. Donnie, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's basically it's like refined Shattered Crystal gameplay with now there's 5 characters instead of 4.
That's basically what it is, actually.
So
It's basically Shattered Crystal, but with fire and ice.
okay.
So
That's all it
gonna,
is.
So it's gonna be kind of Metroidvania. Actually, kind of alright to play, just kind of boring.
Yeah, it's basically Shattered Crystal all over again.
So it's like it's element gameplay, but only 2 elements.
Yep.
Does this
Needs
thing
morale.
work with fire? No. Does it work with ice? Yes. That's
Does it work with Sonic fans? No one knows.
so yeah. Spoiler from Shattered Crystal. I know. Oh, I'm so terrible. But I mean, Shattered Crystal's all about retrieving Amy, who has a very awesome scene at the beginning of the game where she's basically taking a lyric by herself and having a chat with Sonic. At the same time, just being kick-ass, and it's actually great to see. But the entire purpose of Shattered Crystal is ultimately must recover Amy and save Amy, and then Shadow comes along and he's all grumpy.
Thank you, Sonic. But your Amy is in another island.
Pretty much, actually. So now, so the big addition to gameplay is Amy. Now,
this
Sonic-
must mean
Sonic
that we
Boom
have to
Fire-
rescue Shadow.
yeah,
Sonic Boom, now with Amy.
yeah. In any franchise, I'm sorry, the addition of Amy Rose as like one of your big marketing. I love Amy as a character, but Amy, you can now play as Amy is not going to
Work now.
It's not going to prize the dollars out of people's wallets, really, is it?
It may have worked for Sonic Adventure, but it's not going to work for Sonic Boom Fire and
Yeah.
Ice.
Although it'll probably end up being that Amy plays the best or something. But also,
I mean, it's
also this is going to be a right old mess, surely, because you've got levels that you've got to play through, and there are elements that all 5 characters will. There's like specific pathways for all 5 characters, or places that all 5 characters can go where the others cannot. So you've got a level which then has to incorporate fire and ice and 5 different pathway abilities plus some sort of general pathway through it.
And also be interesting at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, out of its own genuine merit, and not just because it's difficult.
So yeah, what I was saying was that God of War Collection was actually released last year as well, as was Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal. So their attention was split. And whilst you may think that Sanzaro Games, who are the developers here, are entirely focused on Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, based on their At least based upon the Wikipedia page anyway, because there's nothing else slated down there. Actually, that's not the case. Because Sanzaru are working on a virtual reality title for the Oculus Rift.
Dun dun dun! Kevin's job.
Which has the highly original name of VR Sports Challenge.
Well then.
Yay!
And basically, it's like the idea is it's like Wii Sports, but for VR.
Oh.
Yay!
Woo.
So you've got it's not a small game either. You got nine. There was like 9 games presented as part of this presentation, but you've got it's like ice hockey and all sorts of things really going on. Mostly ice hockey currently, but there are other things coming apparently. So you've got Sanzaru are also working on experimental technology, and if they're being shown by Oculus themselves, it's kind of expected. If it's part of the idea is that it's going to be part of the launch lineup for the Oculus Rift, so they're going to be spending some development attention, most certainly, on VR Sports Challenge. Whether or not they deem somehow getting a second Boom game out, whether or not they reckon they're going to have any kind of business dealings with Sega after that, may have some kind of influence maybe on the quality of the next Boom game. Because if they reckon that there's not going to be anything going on with Sega after Fire and Ice, it's quite possible with Oculus putting them in a decent position, they might well just go, you know what, we're just going to focus somewhat more on this other project. Because this one has
potentially more rewarding project.
This one can lead to more contracts and more financial benefit, whereas the other one, we're not going to get anything else from them ever again. So,
well,
it depends. There's a nice warning for you. If you thought Boom was bad, it could be worse. And it's all virtual.
Welp.
Welp. Yes, now you'll get a dance party at Fastidious Beavers. And every time you try and do a step to the left, he will go, "Excuse me, I think you'll find a step to the right."
Actually.
Yeah. Actually, it's a pelvic thrust. It really drives you insane. Mike Pollock, the narrator in Rocky Horror Picture Show. Coming soon.
Coming soon.
The Rocky Horror Pollock Show coming soon. I'd watch it.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
It would be. I'd watch.
Just Eggman as the generally as the narrator.
And it's a step to the right.
When you consider that the finale, there's got to the narrator comes down off the. If I remember rightly, comes sort of down off wherever they are, and they're revealed to be wearing like suspenders and heels and stockings and stuff.
Let's do the Badnik again.
Coming soon to the Sonic Show in some sort of animated format.
Because they have fancy ass animators now.
Yeah.
I like how every show we just come up with these ideas.
Yes. Someone will stop us one day.
One day.
Or somebody will pay us.
No, they won't. Oh, no, they won't. Anyway. But yeah, I could get behind a Mike Pollock starring in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Rocky Horror Pollock show coming soon.
Yeah. Oh, God. If you have any more suggestions of stage musicals that you would like to see Mike Pollock take part in, please send them to us. Any suggestions? Any particular roles?
Well, let's see. Eggman's going to be in the band Queen. He's going to be in a musical. Eggman's getting around, isn't he?
He's getting around musically.
Very musically.
Okay, you know what we have to do then.
Let's play musical eggs.
We know Mike can sing. It's
You know what he has to do then.
oh,
Like, it's like a year and a half too late to say that, you know.
You know what they say, the
Let it
more
go.
the musical.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Let it go. Let it go.
No, go away. I was like, here's a thing
Some
for you to
get
do.
me out
No,
of jail.
I know I'm not working at the moment. It's my time off.
It's your time off and you're recording. You're still
Yes,
recording, right?
I'm busy. I'm doing a thing.
Woo.
Yeah.
All these things
Kevin-
and more.
Kevin does a thing.
Kevin does a thing.
Kevin does a thing.
Yes. That was Kevin does a thing. Right. Do we have a link for this?
Yeah, I
thing?
included a link to the episode in the
Excellent.
chat. I am Pigeon once more.
You know, this was
Pigeon?
this was our extra special Sonic Boom puffin that delivered this one.
Cool.
Puffins
What
don't go
was puffin?
coo.
They do now.
What do puffins do?
They go. They turn at you and they scream, "Stop staring at my beak!"
and then they go cool.
They don't go coo. We're
They
establishing
do
that now.
now.
They don't go coo. Okay, do I actually have to look up what a puffin noise a puffin makes? Oh, puffin
Puffins
noise.
squawk.
Puffin noise. What does a puffin make? Come on, YouTube, tell us what noise puffin makes. Quacks by the sound of things. Also wind. Well, make a noise, you stupid puffin. Puffins are freaking silent, but judging by what I've just seen.
So they probably do go coo for all we know.
Oh, they don't go
That's the
coo.
exact opposite of them being silent.
But they had a full puffin coming.
Okay, if you heard any noise in that, apparently according to the person whose video it was, the one noise is me whistling and any other noise is the lens cap flapping in the wind. Okay, so puffins are just silent. Their shame knows no bounds. This has been a nature talk. This has been 5 minutes of nature with Donnie. Does a puffin coo? I don't know. It's...
The most informative nature show that I've ever been a part of.
Does a puffin
Pro-
coo?
Pro tips with Donnie. A puffin coos. The ground.
No, it doesn't, Donnie.
The
Brad is made of jawbreakers.
Yes.
Oh yes, that bit from the other day. Yeah,
Unfortunately, no one's going to be able to hear.
yeah, but we'll
We can cut them out
when
and
we
then just-
were doing that previous show, which I mentioned earlier, and that got lost. For some reason, Dolly just randomly decided to declare that the ground was the floor was made of jawbreakers.
The ground turns into
I was-
jawbreakers. We're not sure.
I was running on 24 hours of no sleep, so that might have had something to do with it.
Possibly.
to this day, we don't know what he actually was talking about at the time, and neither does he.
I think it's better to say to this day, like when it's been years after.
To this day, if you're listening to this in 2022, to this day, I'm wondering what the hell's up with that dog next door. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Oh, hang on. I've just looked out my window. No, it turns out it's a puffin.
I was just about to say.
Right.
Puffins go rough.
Hopefully it will shut the hell up soon, because we can do this. Right. Has everybody got their episode up? Remember the episode? Closed up. I've got no idea. I've not seen this one at all. So I'm going into this blind, which is never a good thing.
Closed door puffin.
That's better than us constantly saying pigeon, I suppose. I just needed to lie down after this and stare into my light bulb and blind myself.
This actually reminds me of something, 'cause when I was like doing some creative writing and stuff, one of the things that followed through in pretty much all the things I wrote was that there was always a crime organisation, and it was always the New Zealand Puffin Mafia. It's just this group of this organised crime organisation of puffins that go around whacking people. I don't even know where it came from. I just like put things to get random words together, phrases. Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember what I wrote for that hologram, and I think it had something to do with a goat with an extra leg. Goat made out of seaweed. I'm pretty sure there was porpoise involved. I don't know what else was involved with that. But
I mean, the only reason the puffin would go coo is perhaps in an episode of South Park and nothing more. I don't know. But and I could definitely see that happening too. Because it's South Park.
Okay. Coming soon, South Park, the Puffin of Truth. Alright.
okay,
Everybody ready?
ready.
So, episode insert number here of Sonic Boom, closed door policy. We're going to begin in 3, 2, 1.